Today we're going to be ranking beats from easiest to most difficult to make, and then we're going to be making the most difficult beat on here. Let's get into it. So I've made so many different tutorials on beat making, so I'd like to think that I have some knowledge when it comes to ranking these, but I mean, that's up to y'all. Like, if I'm doing a crappy job with ranking these, then y'all gotta call me out on that. But the first person that we got up is Chris Breezy here, Chris Brown. I think like he leans like more towards the R&B side, so music theory is definitely in the question here, and just due to that, I think that that's gonna put that in the B tier. Next up, The Weeknd. His recent single with Playboi Carti on that song Timeless is it's a simple beat. Like, he's had stuff before where he's like really melodic, and that's like more leaning towards the pop side, which also has simple chord progressions though. B. Okay, Bryson Tiller. Okay, so Bryson Tiller is trap soul. And trap soul, you have to have knowledge of chord progressions to make those feelings that kind of pull you into it. So I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying, but I feel like he's gonna go in the A section just because that knowledge of music theory and also like drawing that emotion with your music, that takes some skill to do. Young Nudie, he just released Slimier 2 with Pierre Bourne. I honestly thought the album was so ass. Like, all the beats, no hate on Pierre or Nudie. I honestly thought the album was so ass. But Nudie's beat sound selection is so ass. Unique and ass. The beats that he chose sound like ass. Pierre Bourne made them while he had beat block. I'm gonna put these in C because it's more towards the trap side and more just like basic trap beats. Playboi Carti, we gotta choose which Carti. Modern Carti's honestly A. With his recent production with Cardo Got Wangs, I feel like the drum and the sound selection is a bit more unique and just especially towards that like dark futuristic sound too. Ken Carson, okay. This might be our first S tier just because there's dedicated TikTok pages to breaking down Ken Carson's production on some of his songs just because like the production on there is so complex. And there's like a mix of like that new wave sound with like the old 808 Mafia Zaytoven sound on there too. Like, I feel like you have to have some real knowledge into choosing the sounds, and especially making sounds that flow together is one that hit that old school trap sound combined with a new wave trap sound too. This, I'm sure you guys don't even know who this is. This Schoolboy Q.
Oh my god, what is that?
This Schoolboy Q.
Who the fuck is that guy?
This Schoolboy Q. I just listened to his recent album and I thought that it was really fire, and I think Schoolboy Q is a bit underrated. But the production on there was pretty simple. B tier. Big X the Plug. With Big X the Plug, you have to know how to sample. And choosing the right samples too. I think I'm gonna put that in the C tier. Chief Keef, one of the GOATs, one of the founders. When I think of Chief Keef, I think of like the Chief Keef X Young Chop era. I think you have to be skilled in making trap beats to make Chief Keef beats. I'm gonna put that in the B tier. Bossman D-Lo. The production is creative, but I don't think that it's very difficult to make, so I'm just gonna put that in C tier. NBA Youngboy type beats. This is definitely an A tier, and I just say that because Rod Wave. That's either an A tier or an S tier, to be honest. I think anything Pain is going to be in the A tier at least, just because you have to know how to make emotional chord progressions, and with doing that, you have to know some basic to advanced music theory. And Youngboy also does rap on the Pain beats too, which puts him more in the deserving spot of A. Rod Wave's going to go in the A tier. Ian. I think most of y'all know Ian by now. He's definitely been on the come up this past year, but the production is really unique, and it's actually inspired off of Chief Keef. But Ian's main producer, Soprano, he definitely has his own lingo with his beats, especially with the drums. I notice his drums are in a way unpredictable with the placement of them. Like, the most important part with these kind of beats is having the right sounds and the right drum kits, especially because it's so in that niche sound of glow and that new wave sound of glow. So I'm just gonna put that in the B tier. We got the queen here, Nicki Minaj. The only thing I know, I remember Nicki Minaj because my auntie would play her all the time, and she'd have speakers in the back of her car. Like, I'd be riding in the back seat, and the subs would just be blowing into my spine. What was that one song? Boy, you got that boom, 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 that super bass. Oh my god, that bass literally gave me nightmares. I think Nicki Minaj is gonna go into the B tier. She's been around for a while. I can't really judge her too bad, so I think B tier is a good middle spot. Travis Scott, y'all know where this is going. Travis Scott's production is some of the most unique and complex production that I think I've ever heard from an artist, and I feel like his vocals a lot of the time in his songs almost kind of just blend into the beat, and the beat is what's really encapsulating the whole song, if that's a word. Kendrick Lamar. The thing is, Kendrick is so versatile, it's hard to put him in a Kodak Black, C tier. Sway Lee, C tier. Juice WRLD, D tier.
Damn.
I feel like Juice WRLD beats are really simple to make, and that's part of what makes them like such big hits too. Shout out to Nick Mira because like he pretty much made Juice WRLD and like all of internet money, to be honest. Lucky, SZA, A tier. V's, where's it VZ? These are simple to make, C tier, kind of like that new wave Florida Detroit sound. Central C.
How can I be gay?
I feel like the most complex part of Central C's production are going to be the 808 slides that he has and the drill beats. I'll put that in the B tier. A$AP Rocky, who hasn't dropped an album since 2018. The thing I'll say about A$AP Rocky is I know that his production is somewhat simple, but it's all really cohesive together. All the sounds pretty match together in a beat, and that's pretty similar amongst a lot of mainstream artists. And having that knowledge of sound selection and knowing what sounds really work together and move together as one, it takes a good amount of knowledge and a lot of experience to do. So I'll put that in A tier. Actually, I'll put that in the A tier. Yeet. I feel like Yeet could actually go in the S tier. This album had some really unique production. I'll definitely put Yeet in the A tier, but he could be right on that verge of A tier and S tier, to be honest. Moneybagg Yo, a lot of hard Memphis beats. I'll put that in C tier. Ice Spice, really simple but catchy and appeals to a wide audience.
Shitting on bitches, my hobby. I'm the shit, I'm that bitch, I'm as poopy. Shitting on bitches, no potty. Think you the shit, bitch? You're not even the fuck. I'm as poopy like I need a diaper.
I think that's gonna go in D tier. Gunna almost has an R&B flow to him while still sticking to that main trap sound. I'll put him in the B tier. Who the fuck is this? Logic? This production is nice though. I don't know if I'm gonna get a copyright strike for that. Oh, this is nice. I'll keep him in B. 21 Savage. Over 21 Savage career, I think that he's changed a lot. Going back to like his 2016 to 2020 days, he's definitely like more towards like that dark, like Slaughter Gang, I'm gonna kill you, that dark sound. But now I feel like he's more towards like a more emotional and almost peaceful sound. And just because of that, I think I'm gonna put him in the A tier. Whoa, why do I have Kodak Black? Where'd 21 Savage go? Tyler, the Creator. I don't know if you guys listened to his last album, but I definitely go take a listen to that. I think we'll go in the S tier. Cardi B, C tier. Future. This one's interesting. Future is 41 years old. Like, he's been around he's been at the top for a minute. I'll put him in the B tier though. Kanye. That's an S tier. Eminem. Eminem's. C tier. Young Thug. Young Thug, I feel like he can... Like, he's influenced so many artists and their sound, but the production behind it, I feel like Young Thug will go in the A tier. Post Malone. I know that he's a country artist now, but we'll think of him as like his Beer Pongs and Bentley's album back in 2018. The beats were nice, but they're pretty simple too. B tier. Lil Uzi Vert, his last album was pretty basic. I'll put that in the B tier. Lil Yachty, we'll put him in the A tier. Drake. I feel like in a lot of Drake songs, they do so well because everything just flows together as one, like so nicely. It's all very harmonious, and that definitely takes skill to do, so I'll put that in the A tier. J. Cole, I'll say B tier just because of his recent album. I thought it was a little bit more simple to make. Sexy Red, C tier. Lil Baby. Lil Baby's in between B and A. I'll put Lil Baby in the A tier just because I think the recent production on his recent singles and even his last album was really unique. And I'll put Lil Durk in the C tier. Oh, I kind of want to put Yeet up in S tier. I'm not even going to lie. I think Yeet's going to go up in S tier. From his 2093 album. Keep that in mind. His 2093 album. When I was listening to that album, I thought that like I couldn't even make beats like that. Okay, so now out of all these different artists that are up in the S tier here, which are the most difficult style of beats to make, we got to choose which is the most difficult. It's kind of basic, but I feel like Travis Scott's, just because of how unique it can be, but how it can also sound so good. I think it's either between Travis, Kendrick, and Ye. And you know what? It's kind of a tie between Travis and Kendrick for me. So let me know down in the comments who you think has the most difficult production to make, Travis or Kendrick Lamar. But we're gonna make a beat that's inspired by both of them. So let's just try and do that. Let's try throwing some distortion on there. Kind of want to layer that first melody with like a pluck of some sort, make it stand out a little bit more. I want to add like an ethereal touch to this. Freaking MIDI key, the D sharp on my MIDI key. This isn't my actual MIDI keyboard, it's just a smaller one. My other one is actually behind me. This thing is broken. I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a minute. Quick render as an audio clip. And by minute, I mean 2 days. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, that sounds like balls. I like that. Let us quick render that. I want to add that same autochroma effect to the piano so that it kind of blends in together. This on E3 generic. Definitely towards the Travis Scott side, but that's alright. All I gotta do now is just mix it and lay this out, and then we can listen to the full beat together. So let me just... Alright y'all, we got the full beat here. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then I'd appreciate it if you liked, commented, and subscribed. 100K on the way, which means 100K community kit on the way as well. You can also tap in with me on Instagram at ProdLucent. But without further ado, let's listen to this beat. That's it for me. I'm out.